Best stay with a quick, bro. I don't know about your goons. Round there, everything lift up. Whether it's draw, win or lose, none of my friend them give up.
Let's do it. Ain't come here to talk it out, let's get into it. Froze up, now you frozen. You should've blew it. Told you you can't with us, you should've knew it. Yeah, we gon' do the most, yes. Foot all on they flesh, yes. Oh, you wanted to go to now. Made it out alive, I'm blessed. Leave one other guy now. We was taught to ride together. Get put down wherever. We gon' ride forever, ride forever.
Daddy, we came to start it. Bring the paper, spread the pressure, wrap 'em up like origami, yo. Daddy, we came to start it. It's pepper if they ever want a problem in this party, yo.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Alan Trammell. Chris, he's their team leader when it comes to RBIs. That one finds the zone. And we're underway here this afternoon. Foul ball there. Kicks and deals. Ground ball left side. Throw on to Freeman. One up, one down. Zach Geloff next up for the Braves. First pitch, and he just misses. Stroman, an all-star a season ago. He features a sinker, a slurve. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Not in time. He's safe. Man at first with one gone. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Luis Gonzalez. Geloff stands at first with one out. Just missed.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Fights it off. He'll see another. The 1-2. Stays alive.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. Third foul ball in a row.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Man at first, one away. And another ball.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Goes to second. Safe there. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. When you can turn a ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. If he elevates that a little bit more, it's definitely out of here.
Just missed.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
There's the strike, and it's 2-1 now. One out. Runners at first and second. Ground ball could be two. To Adames, that's one. On to Freddie. Double play. Bottom of the first. And stepping in for New York, Ketel Marte. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. That one fouled off. Kicks and fires. That one's in there, and that is strike two. He swings and hits a fly ball center field. Chisholm drifts towards it, hauls it in for the out. Adrian Beltre up now for the Mets. 2 homers in the game yesterday, so he's feeling good coming in. Foul ball. One out, bases empty. That one ripped right center field. He dives but can't hang on. That's a base hit. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Freeman hits it in the air. Gonzalez has a beat on it. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away. Here's Juan Soto, hitting a ton of homers this year. Second most in the National League. Squirts away a little bit. And no movement on the bases. It's ball 1. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the second game of the series. Swing and a miss. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knee. And we're back. And now the first baseman, Justin Morneau. Swing and a tapper. Over to first. 1 up, 1 down. Now it's Alex Bregman. On the ground. And that's just foul.
Good little work out of a little bit of a jam in that first inning.
That one not close. And that's ball 1. Good eye in that spot. 1 down, base is empty. Second inning here, no score. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first, heading for 2. The relay to second. He's in there.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game. Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
And that's outside. Now 3-1.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Can't get there, and now maybe extra bases. And the Braves score first. It's 1-0. Man at second with 1. Away. Ryan Jeffers at the plate. Looks like they want to set up the double play. Intentional walk will make it first and second with 1 gone. Jazz Chisholm Jr. in the box now. No balls and a strike. Garcia, the lead runner at second. Jeffers over at first with 1 away. That misses the zone, and a count 2-1.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
3-1 is on the way. That one to first. And it gets by him. Coming home. And that rolls into the corner. 1 run across. Another comes in to score, and they're up by 3.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
And that's outside. That one hit to right. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. In comes the run from third to add on. And it's 4-0.
Everything came together for him. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch.
Intentional walk coming here, and that sets up the double play possibility with 1 away and runners at first and second. So 1 out with 2 aboard. Luis Gonzalez next up for the Braves. Fought off foul.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out, get as much as you can, give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
Ripped to third. Off balance feed. There's 1. Double play. What a clean killing to end the inning. 9 men come to. Back here at Citi Field, we head to the bottom of the second, and down the shortstop, Willie Adames. And he deals. And a foul ball.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
And the righty deals. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. And now 1 and 2.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Here's George Springer. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1. The Mets down by 4. Bottom half of inning number 2. Right-hander kicks, deals. Springer swings through that one. It's a strikeout. That's out number 2. Two outs, base is empty. Manny Machado up to the plate. Center field, Chisholm under it. Brings it in for the 3rd out. Back here in Queens, new inning getting started. Now the Atlanta cleanup hitter, Jason Giambi. Just off the outside edge, and that's ball 1.
Been a rough start on the mound for this guy. His 3rd inning so important.
Swing and blast one down the line. It's gone if it's fair, but he hooks foul. Check swing went around. 1 and 2. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. So digging in, Justin Morneau. Just missed. Morneau measures 6 feet 4 inches, hitting 5th in today's lineup, and he's the former home run derby champ. There's a swing and a drive, and that gets down into the gap, makes the turn and heads for second, and that's a 2-bagger.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
On the ground, out to short. Adames the throw to first. And they get Bregman for the out. So 2 down now, and here is Adolis Garcia. Smoked on the ground a second. Marte throws to first in time. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning. Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Righty to the plate. late on that fastball.
You know, Boog, every team has a hitters meeting pregame, but this lineup seems way too anxious, aggressive. You wonder what they talked about.
And that's off the inside edge. 1-2 to count. And this is inside. That's out to center field. Geloff under this one. And there's one down.
Now, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Francisco Mejia at the plate now as he chases after that one. The pitch. Check swing. No appeal. And the count is 1-2. Swings and misses. 2 up, 2 down.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what. Pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
So the batting order turns over. Here's Ketel Marte. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. The Braves leading by 4 here in the last half of the third. And that one a little bit high. Now a fly ball to right center. On the move to the gap. Squeezes it. And that is the third out of the inning. On to the fourth. Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Ryan Jeffers. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
The 0-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Line drive, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. And a foul ball. The pitch. Wouldn't chase that time. Jeffers gets his lead at first. Nobody out. And the pitch. And he hits a ground ball right side. Off balance feed. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there. Back to the top of the lineup. And next for Atlanta, Alan Trammell. First pitch misses.
He's been trying to tease the zone with that slider, but these hitters have showed.
Runner on the move. Bounced out to short. Rolls across the diamond. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion. Now in for the Braves, Zach Geloff. That misses, and that is ball 1. In the air, right side. Soto gets under it. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. And we're back, ready to go. Bottom 4. Now the number 2 hitter, Adrian Beltre. Pitch misses, and it's 1-0.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
The 1-1. Just missed.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
That one missed.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
Next offering in there for a strike.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And that's the first out. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. The Mets down by 4. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swung on, belted. That one is back. Forget it. A gigantic blast. It's his 8th home run of the year, and they inch closer. It's 4-1. That one just sounded different.
Man, might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth.
And now it's Juan Soto. And ball 1. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Gonzalez reaching back towards the wall. And it's caught just in front of the wall. 2 outs, base is empty. Willie Adames stands in. And a big swing and a miss.
0-1.
Swings and misses. 0-2 now.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
1 run across in the frame so far here in the 2nd game of the series. Next pitch is outside. The shortstop takes the ball. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on.
3-2.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Back here at Citi Field, top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Luis Gonzalez. Stroman back to work. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Braves, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well. With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
1-2.
The wind of the pitch.
Whoa.
And that's down and away.
Count's full.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
Boog, if I were him, I'd be nibbling around the plate as well. I mean, this guy is just capable of hitting pitches outside of the zone and driving them a long way.
Nobody out. Runner at first. Next offering is down low.
These first 2.
Manager out of the righty reliever out of the pen, John Curtis.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And now Justin Morneau. Got a good eye there.
1 ball, no strike.
Outside low, and that's ball 2. Runner on the go. On the ground to third. To Adames, that's 1. And that's 2. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And the batter is George Springer. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers.
Well, these Mets just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
That misses the zone. 2-1.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
The pitch. And another ball.
Okay.
Got him swinging.
Probably showing some pretty dominating stuff out there in this one, not just in terms of swing and miss, but also in terms of command. You know, all of the strikeouts, they just kind of speak for themselves, but when you don't walk anyone, you're demonstrating that you have the confidence in your abilities to truly go right after opposing batters.
Bases empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. The 1-1 is cut on and missed to the pitch upstairs. And down on strikes he goes, and there's 2 away.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Tatis swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the 2nd time today. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at bat.
2 outs, base is empty. Gonna count 1 and 2. Wouldn't chase that time.
2-2.
Swings and misses. Struck. Nothing doing for the Mets. And they trail it 4-1. All set for the top of the 6th. And now it's Alex Bregman. The pitch. And that's outside. Ball 1. Bregman, in his 8th season, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he's a former All-Star Game MVP. Makes the grab, 1 down. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Adolis Garcia. And that's in for a strike. And a big swing and a miss.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
Got him swinging. Slider got him for strike 3.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Jeffers stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Great velocity at 97 at the top of the zone.
Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touchdown for a hit. Around first and hustling for second. In safely. It's a double and his 2nd hit.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Next offering is in for a strike. Jeffers on its 2nd with 2 down. Next offering upstairs. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Springer drifts towards it. Hauls it in to end the inning. So they can't do anything. Well, we go bottom 6. Francisco Mejia coming up to hit. Fouled off to the right. On the ground. And it finds its way through for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Just one of those seeing high base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Rolled softly, but that goes foul.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to
Oh, that pitch got away from him, and that's a hit by pitch.
Oh, looks like he wanted that slider to finish on the inside part of the plate, not start on the inside and end up hitting the batter. It looked to me like he just tried to do a little too much with that one.
Beltre up to hit for the 3rd time as he lays off inside, ball 1. And that one fouled off.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
With the tying run at the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. Another 1-2. And another ball.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. At the belt and fires. That one just misses.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. And they're all loaded up. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk. Bases loaded, nobody out. Freddie Freeman up to the dish. He's already homered in this game. Late swing, foul to the left.
The opportunity for a huge inning exists right here. Bases loaded, nobody out. But as a hitter, can't be over anxious. That pitcher's up against the wall. Make him come to you.
Movement in the bullpen. Lance Lynn preparing to come on if needed. Man supply, a left-hander, also throwing. That one is upstairs.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
Hard hit, base hit. One runs in. Now the second run is in. It's 4-3.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another.
Here comes a new arm for the Braves, Nolan Ryan.
And he's been hit pretty hard at times this year, so he's looking for better. Right now, giving up more than a hit per inning.
Soto has to step out of the way for ball 1. No outs. Runners at first and third. And that one almost got him. Wouldn't chase that time.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate. Runners in scoring position. And a hitter's count.
Willie Adames in the on-deck circle. Soto swinging a drive. Deep right field. And it's gone. He'll take a trot around the bases. It's 6-4. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
On the ground to the left. And foul ball. Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 0-2. The shortstop takes the ball. Righty delivers. And that's too high.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
3rd time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. And that's in the dirt. One down, base is empty. Swinging a foul straight back. Here's a 1-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1-2.
And another ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just...
Well, we'll hold that thought as that's the 3rd out, and we'll end the inning. But not before 5 cross the plate, with the big blow being this 3-run homer. It's now a 6-4 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the top. For the 7th, and the batter will be the shortstop, Alan Trammell. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there.
Well, they say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike 1. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
And a 1-1. And there's a ball.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
That one to first. And he handles it himself for the out. Zach Geloff. Next up for the Braves. Just missed. Ground ball up the middle. No play. That's an infield single.
Boom. That's staying within his game right there. I mean, this speedster.
Jeff Hoffman gets the ball now. He has a great slider with tons of movement. And now Luis Gonzalez in the dirt, but kept close. The tag and got him at second.
Kind of a tough read for the base runner right there. You're usually trying to be aggressive on balls in the dirt, trying to get into scoring position. But if it doesn't get away very far, or you can't tell how far it is, most catchers are going to get to it and throw you out at the base. And right there, excellent job by the catcher. He helps out his pitcher big time.
That one is absolutely belted. Tatis going back on this one. See you later.
Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. Gave it a great effort, but you know those plays are so tough to pull off, and I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Wouldn't chase that time.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Fouls one off. 2-2. And a pitch. And another ball.
3-2.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat. But not before they answer back with a solo home run. It's tight. Set for the last half of the seventh. And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Right-handed reliever. And he chases a high fastball there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
Oh, there's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base paths. It's not just the pitcher. It's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed that he didn't reach base.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Next pitch in the dirt. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. 2 out. Back to the top of the Mets order. An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte. And it's fouled away. And a pitch. Bounce to the right. Morneau. He handles it himself. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. We go to the 8th. So now to the plate for Atlanta. Justin Morneau. The pitch. This ball's chopped to the ground. Marte throws to first in time. First out in the top of the 8th.
Here's Alex Bregman. That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Swing and a miss. And it's a ball and a strike.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Trying to hold a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch. Tailing away from the hitter, lowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
Just missed.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
And a pitch. Struck him out looking. Braves go. And trade. And here it comes. Swing and a miss. That's strike one. Upstairs. Here comes a pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Freeman in the box with one away as he takes ball one. Awkward swing there from the big left-handed hitter.
Off balance as well.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Catcher has it, fires the first. Gets the out, 2 down after the strikeout. Juan Soto down. He's already homered here in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball one. 2 down, nobody on. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that one fouled off. And another ball. That one fouled off, 2-2.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Got it by him for the K. Down in order. Back here at Citi Field. All set for the. So Josh Hader gets the call to the mound. On for his 20th appearance of the year. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that's strike one. And that one hit 97 on the gun.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Foul ball still 0-2. And the pitch is outside, ball one. The 1-2 gets a piece and stays alive.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
Next pitch misses, and that's ball 2. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. So now pinch hitter for Atlanta, Manuel Margot. He comes to the plate in a huge spot in this one. First pitch misses. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Out to short. Adames whips it across, and that quickly 2 away. So they're down to their final out. Alan Trammell next up for the Braves. Fouled off. He was late. Hader, 30 years old now, and he was drafted in the 7th round in 2024. Hader is just 1 strike away. Freeman steps on the bag himself. Ball game.
care if you're a top team or you're a middle-of-the-pack team, every ball club wants to be dominant at home. Winning a game like this just helps to boost the confidence and makes you look forward to coming out again for the next one.
6-5 the final here today. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.
Atlanta, 5 runs on 11